So far, I've made on this platform over $21,000.
This is the biggest shift I've seen in the creator economy in the past 2 years.
200,000, 300,000, even $500,000. Mino Lee, Daniel Bitton, and Musa all make tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, even millions of dollars from a Whop business.
Whop. Mentioned that Iman Gadzhi is now a co-owner of Whop. Everything changed.
People have earned $1 billion using Whop. So you can see why Whop is so revolutionary and why it is the company that I decided to put my millions and millions and millions of dollars of backing into.
In 2021, 3 friends from New York, Stephen Schwartz, Cameron Zub, and Jack Sharkey, launched a platform that would eventually go on to become one of the fastest growing digital marketplaces on the internet. And at first glance, it looked like just another Shopify clone, but for selling digital goods instead of physical ones. Whop was founded by 3 young entrepreneurs. Stephen had already built a name for himself in the sneaker reselling world, coding tools to automate drops and scalping limited releases. Cameron, who met Stephen in an online group chat when they were both just 13, shared that same obsession with speed, efficiency, and automation. The two became friends by competing, then collaborating on sneaker bots. Eventually, they teamed up with Jack Sharkey, a developer who brought the technical firepower to take their small-scale tools and build something much bigger. They knew exactly what their audience wanted, and more importantly, what they hated: things like bad UX, confusing payment setups, and products that vanished after purchase. Whop tried to fix all of that. The store pages were clean, mobile-friendly, and most importantly, didn't require buyers to deal with crypto wallets or shady invite links. Together, they weren't just trying to make a new marketplace. They wanted to build the digital infrastructure for a new generation of internet entrepreneurs. Whop wasn't aiming to be just another platform selling t-shirts or dropshipping phone cases. Their plan was different. They targeted the digital underground, things like trading communities, Discord servers, private SaaS tools, crypto bots, and exclusive courses. All the stuff that, up until that point, people were buying through sketchy Twitter DMs, invite-only Telegram chats, or clunky Gumroad links. Whop streamlined it. It gave sellers polished storefronts, simple payment systems, license key integrations, and even automatic Discord role management. For buyers, it meant no more shady deals or random Google Drive links. It looked clean, felt legit, and worked on mobile. If Shopify was for physical products, Whop was aiming to be the Amazon of digital hustle culture. Now, fast forward a bit to 2023, and Whop was already getting serious attention. They raised $17 million in a Series A round, with big names like Peter Thiel, Insight Partners, and even the Chainsmokers jumping in as investors. That funding valued Whop at over $100 million, but that wasn't even the biggest name to attach itself to the company. In March 2025, Iman Gadzhi publicly announced that he was joining Whop as a co-owner. The same guy who made millions selling agency education and building a massive personal brand decided to invest his own money into Whop. He didn't just sign a sponsorship deal, he bought in. Now, a lot of people were confused. Why would Iman, a guy who already runs his own multi-million-dollar SaaS and info product empire, invest in a platform like this? But if you look closely, it makes sense. Whop is basically the back end that powers the exact type of businesses Iman built his empire on. Agencies, courses, subscriptions, communities. And Whop had already built the infrastructure that lets thousands of creators launch these kinds of products in minutes. Gadzhi didn't just see a trend, he saw the whole ecosystem, and he bet big on it. After he joined, Whop launched something called the Content Rewards Program. This was basically an affiliate system mixed with viral marketing. It wasn't just smart marketing. It turned Whop into a trend. Overnight, videos about Whop flooded social media. Creators who had never used the platform were making videos just to join the program. And that did raise some eyebrows. Because with all the hype, it got harder to tell what was real promotion and what was just people farming content money. But regardless of the motives, one thing was clear. Whop was everywhere. And for better or worse, it was building a massive user base fast. Now that we know who's behind Whop and what the platform actually is, the next question is simple: how does it make money? And more importantly, how do its users make money? Whop makes money by taking a cut of every transaction on the platform. It's a simple model. No monthly fees, no setup costs. Just a percentage of each sale. If someone buys through your direct link, Whop takes about 3%. Kind of like Gumroad, but with better UI and more functions. But if they discover your product through Whop's own marketplace, that cut can go as high as 30%. That extra fee basically pays for the exposure. For users, the appeal is in the automation. Whether you're selling access to a Discord server, courses, a Notion template, or a custom app, Whop handles the heavy lifting: billing, license keys, support, even managing who gets kicked from private communities when a subscription ends. It's everything you need to run a digital business, packed into one dashboard. The platform also encourages growth through its affiliate system. Users can earn by promoting other people's products, creating a second stream of income without having to sell anything themselves. But the biggest shift came after Iman Gadzhi joined. That's when Whop introduced the Content Rewards program. They paid creators actual money to make content about Whop. TikToks, YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels. Every view could earn you dollars. The more views your video gets, the more money you earn. It pushed Whop all over social media, turning the platform into both a product hub and a content trend. For some, it became a real business. For others, just another side hustle. But either way, it created a new way for people to make money online, with or without their own product. Now on the surface, Whop looks like a win-win. Creators get tools, buyers get access, everyone makes money. But the deeper you go, the more complicated things start to look. Because while some users are thriving on Whop, others aren't nearly as convinced. One post described Whop as a well-packaged version of Gumroad, but with higher fees. The user had launched a course and brought in a few dozen buyers, but claimed Whop's cut on marketplace sales made it harder to stay profitable. Another thread asked if Whop was just another digital middleman. And the top comment, great UX, but you still have to bring your own traffic. That's been a recurring theme. Unless your product gets featured or promoted by Whop, you're essentially on your own when it comes to marketing. And then there's the rewards program. At first, it was seen as a genius move, paying creators for talking about the platform. But it quickly led to a flood of low-effort TikToks and YouTube Shorts from people who had never even used Whop. Some users called it the next dropshipping meta and compared it to the kind of hype that usually comes right before a platform crashes or pivots. To be fair, there are a ton of positive reviews too. Creators who already had audiences, especially those selling digital products, say Whop made their lives way easier. No more juggling Stripe, Discord bots, and 10 different tools just to get paid. For them, the platform worked exactly as promised. But where the backlash really starts is when you look at the buyers. Some say Whop's refund policy is unclear. Others complain about getting banned from access after disputes, even if they thought the product was misleading. The issue isn't always Whop itself, it's the sellers. Because Whop is so easy to use, it's also easy to abuse. And while Whop does offer reviews, there's still no real barrier to entry. That means buyers have to wade through a flood of low-quality or straight-up scammy products to find the good stuff. So the platform becomes a bit of a paradox. It's a legitimate marketplace built on clean tech, backed by real investors, and yet, because it's so open, it's vulnerable to bad actors. A good experience depends entirely on who you're buying from. So, the main question arrives, is Whop a scam? No. Whop is a legit platform, and the investors backing it are heavy hitters. People are making real money on it. And with someone like Iman Gadzhi now publicly co-owning it, there's clearly long-term vision behind the brand. The barrier to entry is low, which is great for creators, but risky for buyers. When everyone's talking about how great something is for money, it becomes harder to know who's actually being honest and who's just farming views. The real value of Whop depends on you. If you've already got a product, an audience, or a community, and you're looking for a platform that automates the back end, Whop might be the perfect fit. But if you're just starting out, hoping the marketplace will drive traffic for you or turn you into a passive income success overnight, you're probably going to be disappointed. So the question isn't, is Whop a scam? The real question is, What are you expecting from it?